What's up, everybody? It's me, Larry O. Another chapter out of the Parent Empowerment Through Technology book, slides 7 and 8 on Khan Academy. So let's go ahead and get started on it right away now, right? Khan Academy website. And all you need to do is just simply click the link on the manual there, the way that we just did it. And early math, where I'm pointing at right now with my mouse pointer. And the first exercise actually asks you to go into subjects. So we'll click on subjects, and then when we get there it says to go to sixth, and so we'll click on sixth. So we start here at subjects, and then we go down here to the right on sixth, and then we click on sixth, and it comes up with our first piece that we have to get into, which is on arithmetic operations. And let's go to page 2 of our manual. So page 2 of the manual asks us to go into adding decimals, right? So you go into adding decimals. You can see on number 4 it says to go to adding decimals, so we'll click on adding decimals right here. And when we click on adding decimals, it comes down and it says, gives us an opportunity to go to a specific problem. So right here it says, and then on number 5 now, on number 5 it says adding decimals, 9.081 plus 15.31 to watch the complete video. So as soon as we click on this, it's going to take us to a video, and the guy's explaining step by step how to go through it. And right here you could tell it's a 2-minute and 39-second video. A lot of it is video based, and you can go through step by step and learn anything within a few minutes. So we'll stop right here. You guys can watch that video. I want you guys to watch the video all the way through. Once you do that, it takes you to the end right here. You can see the guy basically he's got the entire math problem up. Once we do that, once we finish watching that video, we're asked to, in number 6, we're asked to go to lesson page. Lesson page is located right here at the top right, and we'll go ahead and we'll click on lesson page. And what that's supposed to do is supposed to take us to a spot right here where it says practice adding decimals on the tenths. Right, so now I'm on page 3, number 7, and you go to page 3, number 7, you click on that, and it comes up with what looks like, you go to now, if you go to page 4, and you look at number 8, and it says solve the problem and check your answer, the green checkbox, by clicking the green button. So if we want to add this up and we want to put an answer in, we'll say this is going to be 10.6, and then we have an opportunity to click check, right? And then you see the green box down here, it comes up and we click on check, and it sends a little nice message to us saying nice work, 1 question, keep going. So you see, Khan Academy offers up an opportunity for you to actually practice the subjects that you're working on, and it gives you an opportunity to verify if it's okay or not. And there's actually 7 problems that we can do in here. But we're going to move on now. Number 9 says to go ahead and click subjects, and so we'll click on subjects. And then it says to click on third. So the math grade that we're going to do now is 3rd grade math. And so we click on third right here. And then we go to our manual. We go to page number 5. And it asks us to click on number 10 asks us to click multiplication and division. So we go down to where it says multiplication and division down here, and we click on that. Down here you follow the mouse pointer right here, multiplication and division. and then it wants us to do the intro to multiplication. So that's this line right here. You can see on number 11, click on intro to multiplication, and what do we have? It's another video.
Star patches, I guess you could
and so the video starts,
and so I could say if I had
and it goes in and it explains step by step how to do multiplication. So we'll listen in just for a couple of seconds here. What if we wanted to do 1 times 3? What is that? So listen in for a second here.
Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's say that I had 2 groups. Let's say that I had 2 groups of 3. So that's 1 group, and then here's a second group. Here's 2 groups of 3. So how many total star patches do I have now? Well, I have 2 groups of 3. 2 groups of 3. Or another way of thinking about it is this is 3 plus 3. This is equal to 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. Equal to 6. So we see 1 times 3.
So you have a very basic rudimentary introduction to multiplication. And for those that don't know anything about multiplication, it's an excellent way on how to learn it. Again, it's only a video that's about 3.5 minutes long. So I want you to watch that video in its entirety. So once we finish the video of intro to multiplication, you can see that the red line goes all the way down to the end here, and you see that it's done, right? So 3 minutes and 32 seconds is how long that video is, and you get to it over here, you see that's the end of it. And then once it's done, right, you finish listening to the whole thing, this is the screen that it goes to. And so you see this screen. But up here on the top right hand corner, I want you to look at this word right here. It says go to lesson page, right? And that's where the manual kind of picks up again. And on number 13, page 6, right? That's what we want to click on. So we click on go to lessons page. And then once we click on that, we have something that looks like on number 14, right? It says now click on see 10 lessons, and that's down here at the bottom. And so then now you see where it says see 10 lessons, and you go ahead and you click on that, right? And then you go over now to page 7, and then on page 7 it takes you to number 16, and it tells you to go to the practice side, right? And where it tells you to say multiplication by tens, 100s, and 1000s. So you click on that, and then you go over to the practice side right here, and it says multiply 1-digit numbers by 10, 100, and 1000. So we go ahead and we click on that, and what will happen is that you have a practice sheet that comes up that allows you to kind of do the problems, right? So you get some practice that you can work on, and there's 7 problems that I want you to work on. So 1000 times 7 is what? So the answer to that is 7,000. As soon as I start to type an answer, you can see the bottom right hand corner right here. It's a little green button that comes up, and it says check. And if the answer is correct, it comes up, says great job, right? 1 question done, keep going. And so then it comes up with the next box that says next question, right? And then that takes us over to page 8, number 18. It says now click on next question. And what we want to do here is we want to finish all 7 questions. And then at the end we'll see how many we got right. Okay, so go ahead and do that now. And then we'll get to starting on slide number 19 right now. But finish all those problems, and then we'll go from there. And what you'll notice is that every time you get a problem correct and you go ahead and you click on check, it comes up, says great job. So it keeps on encouraging you, and you need to click on next question, and you just keep on going until you get to the final question, and then you put in the answer for that final question, and you say click on check down here at the bottom right, and then it says great job, let's go. And then we go ahead and click on say show summary, and it says congratulations, you got 100%. So we got 100% on that, and there we are. So now after finishing number 18, where you got all 7 questions correct, and by the way, make sure you write down how many questions you got correct, right? Then you go to number 19, it says create slide 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our Google slide document where we have all of our slides set up, right? So you have my vision, raising expectations, Google Translate, know how to go, the NetSmarts, Dr. Furman, and here we got Khan Academy. So we're just getting started on the Khan Academy. So right here, it's asking you to describe the experience in Khan Academy so far. Share how this Khan Academy tool will help your child in math. Share the how, the what, the why, and the when. So how do we use Khan Academy? Why do we need to use Khan Academy? When are we going to use Khan Academy? And answer those questions in your slide. So you get started right here. You're back in your slide. Of course, you got to have the title, Khan Academy, and then you go ahead and you write those answers in. And get some nice graphics in there so you can go back to Khan Academy and, you know, copy, get a photo, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and capture those photos, right? And I want to bring you to your attention here this screen, the print screen, right? So if I wanted to get, say, this little rocket, what I would do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the print screen button on my keyboard, right? So going to the keyboard here real quick, we'll show you the print screen button. And this print screen button, you see it right there, okay, and that's this button right here. So that's the print screen button, usually located right above your backspace key. Sometimes you might have to hold down the shift key and hit the print screen button. Depends on if print screen is on top of the key or if just by itself. In my case, my keyboard right here is just a print screen button by itself, so I can just hit print screen. And then once I hit print screen, right, I hit it one time, and what it does is it takes a picture of whatever's on my screen right there, right? So when I take that picture, then I could take that picture wherever I want to take it to, right? So in this case, I actually want to take it to my Google slide document, so we can finish that. We can finish that up. And so now we go back to Google Slide, which is right here, right? Because I already have it up. I click it, and I'm back on Google Slide. And I can just simply now, I can just hit the right mouse button while I'm in my slide. Okay, so you see my arrow, right? And I'm in my slide. Okay, so I click on it, and a menu comes up, and now I can just say paste. Right, and so as soon as I say paste, right, which is Control V, I say paste, Control V, and look at what happens. I captured the whole entire screen. So this looks just like Khan Academy, right? So if I was in Khan Academy, here's what it looks like in Khan Academy. Now I come over here, and you see that it is now here, right? And so if all that I wanted was this little rocket, then I just work with my crop tool, which is right here. Okay, so you see my crop tool right here. So you click on your crop tool, and then you see the little black lines come up. And then what I want to do is that while I have my crop tool, I can just go ahead and get the rocket, right? That's all that I want. And voila. And you see that I can just move that to wherever I want it to be moved on my screen. I can turn it to the right, the left, whatever I want to do. So now I got an example of what the Khan Academy is. Unlock your personalized study plan. And for me, that's a good thing. All right, so that's you want to play this. Repeat that step again, so you can see how I did that on the print screen. You bring it back to your Google slide, and then that helps you get to any picture you want. So anything that you can see on your screen with that print screen key, you can actually take a picture of it, right? So we're on page number 8, create slide 7. What I want you to do is I want you to tell the people, right, who would read your presentation how important it is to have online homework tools for you and your child to use to help with completing homework. So take some time now to complete slide 7, and then we'll get onto slide 8. which of course is more Khan Academy. And we'll talk to you a little bit about how to do that just a minute here. But finish slide 7 right now. So after you finish all of the problems and you completed all the 7 problems, it asks you at the bottom right, and you want to see the summary? Yeah. And then, you know, the nice little ribbons come down congratulating you that you got all the problems correct. And so you then click outside of that one time, so that little box goes away. And then what I want you to do is I want you to scroll up using this gray bar right here, right? So you scroll all the way up until you get to the logo again where it says Khan Academy. So you have the logo right here, it says Khan Academy. So then you click on Khan Academy, which takes you right back to the home page, right? And then that's number 20. So I'm on page 8, number 20, where it says click on the title Khan Academy. This will return you to the home page. So now that we get to the home page, we can see that if we scroll down using the gray bar right here, again I'm on this gray bar to the right side, so I click and I hold and I go down, and then I can see, like, wow, there's a lot of other topics. There's science and engineering, there's computing, there's arts and humanities, there's economics, finance, test prep, college, careers, and more. So all this is inside Khan Academy. So to look like what we see in the manual, we see right there it says science and engineering. So you recognize the color. It's the pink, the green, you know, the brown, and then the gold at the bottom right here. And so you can see all of those, economics and finance, right? And so number 21 asks you to, on the manual, I'm on page 9 now, back on number 21, it says scroll down the page using the gray bar on the right side of the screen and write down 7 other topics that Khan Academy can help your child. See example below, right? So you want to look at the examples of, it's actually above, right? So let's see examples above. And you see the different examples. So I got organic chemistry, health and medicine, biology, computer animation, world history. So whatever topic I need help on, I can get to it simply by clicking on it, just like we did with the math. So there's different topics that you can get help with on Khan Academy. What I want you to do now is I want you to write down 7 others. So if world history is one of them, you want to go ahead and you want to click on that. And then you want to say, okay, what period? Period 1 from 1491. And, you know, so then you write that down in your manual. So there's 7 others that you want to write down. And then just go from there. And then you go to final page, page 10, create slide 8. So slide 8 on page 10 is that you want to go back to the Khan Academy homepage, find 7 other topics your child can get help with using Khan Academy, go into those 7 other topics, and do the screenshot capturing. That's the PRTSC button that we talked about before on your keyboard. That's usually right above the backspace key on most keyboards. And then show via pictures the other topics available to help your child with the homework. Make sure to include at least 4 other topics on this slide 8. See example slide 8 below, but do not use these same topics in your slide presentation. So mine, you can see that on the manual it shows you that there's an intro to biology, animation, circulatory system disease, and then history, right? So all I'm saying is that you don't use those. You can go into like physics here if you wanted to, 2-dimensional motion, and then it shows you, okay, horizontally launched projectile, right?
Let's talk about how to handle a horizontally launched projectile problem. These, technically speaking, if you already know how to do projectile problems, there's nothing new except...
Right, and so there's videos, right, that explain how to do a horizontally launched projectile problem, which is very interesting, and just like the others. So here, if it's 2-dimensional motion, right here, you simply want to click the PRTC SC button. You capture that, right? So if I wanted to get this one, I click on there, and then I'll go to my Khan Academy slide number 8. So you see slide number 8 right here, and then I'll simply click in the slide, and then I'll do Control V, And when I do Control V, you can see that it comes up two-dimensional motion. And then I'll just crop that down to whatever I need it to be, right? So this is physics, two-dimensional motion, right? And there we have it. And there you have it. So there it is. Then I can size that down to whatever I want it to be and maybe crop it a little bit more. So click on crop, get that down just to say two-dimensional motion, and then I'll move that here, and this is my slide 8. Right? And if you want, just simply copy what you did here, the Khan Academy, copy that, because this is also going to be it's Control C, right? So this is also going to be Khan Academy. So slide 7 and slide 8 are both Khan Academy, right? So then you just do Control V, and you got Khan Academy. Now you see this is slide 8, and I just copied what I had there above, right? And if I wanted to, I can take the leaf, Control C, and bring it down here on my slide 8, Control V, right? And let me see here. So I want to say Control C on that, Control C on the leaf, go down to slide 8, click on here, then Control V, and voila, your leaf appears. And so you want to do 4 others, like the example that I showed you here. Below on page 10, you see Khan Academy, other topics, an online homework help tool. I want you to make sure that that's on there, online homework help tool. And then all the screenshots that you capture, put them in your slide, and then say something nice about what the other topics mean and how it'll work. And then you're done. Congratulations, you did it. Module 1 is now complete. You are now ready for Module 2. Congratulations, everybody, and have a wonderful day.